Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to NEWSPLEX. Larson, my voice is coming back.
I think I'm losing mine. I'm sick.
Oh, no. Your
Thanks.
turn. That was your turn. We're not at the normal NEWSPLEX set because that's going under some system maintenance right now.
Renovations.
Exactly. But we got your quick news rundown from the weekend. We're going to kick it off with some news from the Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer, saying that the Hardys, their contract is expired with TNA, and they might be coming to the WWE.
Yes, their contract will expire at the end of this month, so by Wednesday they'll be free agents. Mm-hmm. This is we have actually quite a rundown of the developments over the weekend, and including today, because there's some major news that hit today we'll get to in a little bit.
Yeah.
So as you mentioned, according to Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez, they mentioned that WWE is, quote, certainly in the ball game, if not likely, as a potential landing spot for the Hardys if they were to leave TNA.
In addition, they're also not accepting indie bookings past May because they might not be able to fulfill them.
And again, according to Wrestling Observer News Radio, Jeff Jarrett's return to a prominent position in TNA might make the Hardys more inclined to leave TNA.
How soon do you think it's going to be before Jeff Jarrett shows up on TNA television?
Has it been on yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think we would have heard about it. What if, the Hardys don't re-up and he decides to go with the broken Jeff Jarrett character?
Jeff Jarrett.
Anyways.
So Matt Hardy tweeted over the weekend that it was going to be a, quote, intriguing week for the professional wrestling industry. And then right as we were about to shoot, Pro Wrestling Sheet broke an exclusive story that the Hardys apparently will not be re-signing with TNA because they felt disrespected during the course of the contract negotiations. Apparently, the Hardys and TNA agreed on the basics of a new one-year deal in December, but TNA just apparently dragged their heels when it came to addressing a handful of small changes the Hardys wanted addressed in the contract.
Yeah. Looks like the Hardys also requested a creative control clause, which TNA said, which is a really bad idea. If you think about it, the Hardys were the reason, the ratings, the pops that they've gotten in the ratings have been directly related to the Broken Universe storyline.
According to one of Pro Wrestling Sheet's sources, the Hardys' lawyer told Anthem executive Ed Nordholm, I believe he's the gentleman who kind of runs TNA day to day.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
That there was interest from other companies, to which Nordholm replied, well, tell them to go to the WWE then.
Apparently negotiations continue with TNA finally sending the Hardys a 2-year deal that would have seen TNA take 10% of all their non-TNA revenue. I don't know what that would have been compared to in their previous arrangement.
The Pro Wrestling Sheets report made it seem like that was no deal. No deal.
No deal.
So the Hardys rejected that contract offer, but offered to attend the latest round of TV tapings to write off Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero, as seen on TNA. But we're told that, quote, Matt was told this, that he was crazy to think, this is from Pro Wrestling Sheets report, that he was crazy to think they'd want him on TV without a contract.
Yeah.
So if this report is true and the Hardys are not re-signing with TNA, Impact Wrestling, I guess it increases the odds significantly that they may return to WWE. They will be in the Orlando area WrestleMania weekend. They have a match against the Young Bucks at Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor. Takes place the day before WrestleMania. Yeah. So it's entirely possible they can show up. Imagine this. They show up. The New Day is hosting WrestleMania. So the New Day is doing a segment. Who shows up? Yeah. But Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero, how awesome would that be?
It would be all the awesome because we're going to be there. We're going to see it. No, this is great. I think it's fantastic if this actually takes place. We've sort of talked. We've looked at and sort of talked about the pros and cons of the Hardys going to the WWE.
Yes.
The possibility that they might be watering down the Broken characters if they can even use the Broken aspects of their thing.
I'm not sure if TNA can claim ownership of the Broken Matt Hardy IP. I have no idea.
I would imagine the WWE. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Other smarter, more legal minds might have a better idea in that than us. So we'll leave it to them to discuss that, and we'll take what they say and then report it here. Yeah. Also in the news, WrestleMania 33 card possibly leaked. Now our Twitter was blowing up over the weekend. Yeah. Because did we ever find out where this came from?
No, I cannot find
the original source.
No, I cannot find it. So several people posted this image of what was allegedly to be the card for WrestleMania 33.
Yeah.
There were 15 matches in total, including the pre-show, but there's a couple things that gave me pause as to whether this was legitimate or not.
About this.
First and foremost, and I don't know why this bugs me, but it does.
Yeah.
The font used on this sheet doesn't seem like something that would be used on some sort of official document. And even as you mentioned earlier before we started, why would they even print this out? Are they handing this out to people backstage?
Okay, if the idea...
Are they trying to get... Is this a flyer to get talent to show up for WrestleMania?
If the idea is this is a picture taken of an official document that, why would this even be printed out?
Yeah, it's confusing.
This doesn't make any sense. And on top of that, the card itself, I think we both... This is fake. Like, there's some good speculation here. Some of this is obvious. It's got, let's see, just start from the top. Number one, do you think they would have both tag championship matches
on the
back to back in the pre-show?
No, and I don't think they would both be triple threat matches.
And I don't think that either. I don't think the Ascension are going to be anywhere near the SmackDown tag championships.
Not at all. I mean, they've made it pretty clear that it's going to be American Alpha and the Usos.
There's the possibility, I suppose, that Sheamus and Cesaro are going to be in the tag championship match, but I think those two are going to be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That's my think on that. Thinking on that.
So those are the three pre-show.
Then we've got ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship,
which sounds great. We wanted to see that.
Yeah,
we mentioned that in the video maybe beginning of the year. But with all the talk of late about Neville taking on Austin Aries at WrestleMania,
even like the video package of Austin Aries airing, like he's going to be at WrestleMania. He's going to be fighting. He's been cleared. He's going to be wrestling at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Next, Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James versus Becky Lynch. I wouldn't be surprised if this happened.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about this card. There's a lot of matches with multiple. I'm not talking about tag team matches. I'm talking about with multiple participants.
Yeah.
Historically speaking, from what I've heard, Vince doesn't like a bunch of triple threat matches at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want it.
Right.
And there are 4 matches just on the main card that aren't just one-on-one matches.
Right.
So I don't know if that unto itself I kind of puts this in question.
This whole thing smacks of fantasy booking. Also, right here, the U.S. Championship is referred to as the USA Championship.
I've never heard that before.
And it's a triple threat match between Samoa Joe, Sami Zayn, and Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is supposed to be taking on The Undertaker, but on this card, Undertaker's taking on AJ Styles.
And there's no Shane McMahon listed on this card. He's gonna be fighting at WrestleMania.
He's probably gonna be fighting AJ Styles.
Yeah.
But in certain respects, I look at this card and I'm like, okay, Ambrose versus Corbin, no holds barred match.
I think it makes sense.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I would love to see Owens versus Jericho for the Universal Championship.
Let me ask you something about no holds barred. When's the last time we saw a no holds barred match? Usually they just do like a no DQ match or a last man standing or a street fight.
Dean's match with Lesnar last year was a street fight.
It was a street fight.
Yeah, but it wasn't no holds barred, I don't think.
So I'm fine with that kind of being a stipulation. I just don't know the last time we saw that, so what would make sense with that? Yeah,
I don't know. Like the Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, Nia Jax Fatal 4-Way for the Raw Women's title. It's been rumored for a while. Miz and Maurice versus Cena and Nikki Bella. That seems obvious. Here's a stipulation that was added on this card. Goldberg versus Lesnar in a retirement match. Loser has to retire.
I don't necessarily mind that if Goldberg is looking for that to be his last match. But I don't know. I would think that he'd want to leave the door open. And I know you can get around retirement matches a million times over.
He could just show up on SmackDown.
Yeah. I really think that like we've said before, the Kevin Owens thing is, the Triple H Kevin Owens factor.
Yeah.
With the Universal title, that's going to throw a wrench into a lot of plans.
So, just based on a brief analysis, questionable whether this is legitimate or not.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely questionable.
But I guess after Fastlane, we'll get a better idea if any of these matches that haven't already been rumored or announced, more or less, come to fruition.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
In other news, new Hall of Fame inductee announced today.
Beth Phoenix.
Now, when she got started, it was when I really wasn't watching wrestling very much.
Yeah, I was kind of casual. Like, she was around for, I think, around 6 years, 2006, 2012, I believe.
Yeah, towards the tail end of her career, I remember her.
Right. So, yeah, we started watching again to do, like, we were doing
in earnest, like 2010, 2011.
Around 2010, 2011. I was watching off and on during that period. And I don't know. I mean, this is great for her. Congratulations. Yeah. That's good.
I mean, she's a 3-time women's champion, a 1-time Divas champion, was in the 2010 Royal Rumble, I want to say.
Yeah, she eliminated Great Khali by kissing him. She had some level of popularity with Santino Marella. She was a good...
Yes.
Here's the thing. I think she was a good wrestler in an era where there was not a lot of good women wrestling. There was like... good women's wrestling, I should say. For one thing, she competed in the Playboy Bunny Royal or something like that. Like, yeah, it was not a good era for women's wrestler, and she was women's wrestling, and she was a standout. But beyond that, I mean, look, it's WWE Hall of Fame. It doesn't really, they put in whoever the fuck Vince wants to put in. It doesn't really matter. Might make for a good show. I think Medusa deserved to be in last year. She was a pioneer.
Yeah.
At Phoenix, not so sure. Like that, she's not really up on the same level.
We'll have to take a look at her work.
Yeah, we'll beyond just her Wikipedia entry. Lex,
stand up, Lex.
I know you want to be in the Hall of Fame, but it's not going to happen.
You're going to have to wait a while, Lex. All right, we have a Raw tonight. It's Monday, so of course that means Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins is going to be on the show. Speaking about his injury, and the latest update from WWE suggests that Seth's status for WrestleMania is uncertain.
I would think that's probably a curveball.
I would think so,
Seth
too.
is going to say, I'm fine. Yeah. I'm fine for WrestleMania.
He's going to do a sunset flip powerbomb off the top turnbuckle to show that his knee's in great shape.
Fuck that. Please don't do that.
Yeah, please don't
do anything till Mania.
I know. Street fight. Announce it as a street fight.
And then Goldberg's going to be there to hype Fastlane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see more pieces of the puzzle on the road to WrestleMania falling into place.
Yeah, there's still all this interesting stuff going on with Triple H, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe. Hopefully that'll be addressed. I'm sure we'll get more Roman, Braun Strowman, Charlotte Bayley. This is the go-home show for Fastlane.
Yeah, that's right. We'll have our predictions later on this week.
Correct.
That's right. All right, cool. That's it for NEWSPLEX. Next week, hopefully we'll get that set figured out.
Yeah.
Until then, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.